Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm coming to you from my cosy little inside cabin on board MSC Virtuosa, and in this video I want to give you a full detailed room tour of this exact cabin. Now I found before I went on my first cruise I was a little bit nervous, and I meet people all the time who are a little bit nervous about staying on the inside of a ship because you get no window, you don't have a door that you can open out onto a balcony, you can't see the ocean, and I was worried, as are a lot of people, that you might really feel the motion and it might just be really cramped and crushed being in the inside, and I might feel quite claustrophobic. However, on the majority of my cruises now, I actually do cruise on the inside because I love them. I think you get the best night's sleep ever, and I can save a fortune, especially as usually a solo traveller. Now, Virtuosa's quite a unique ship actually, and she is huge. So on this one ship, there's 728 inside cabins, which is an absolute huge amount of them. Now, for that reason, you can sometimes get some pretty good deals, and I think it's really important that if you are considering coming on a cruise, definitely look at these inside options because some of them could be really attractive to give cruising a try. But hey, look, enough talk from me, because you're not here to listen to me, you're here to actually find out a little bit about this room. So let me take you outside and I'll walk you through this room up on deck 10. Okay, now the cabin that we are going to look at today is number 10260, which means that it's cabin 260 up on deck 10. Now, on that deck of Virtuosa, you've got two different types of interior cabins. The first one is a studio interior, which is designed for one passenger. And this one is what they call a deluxe interior. So this cabin that you're seeing now will comfortably hold 2 passengers, but it doesn't hold any more than that. Now, in terms of the setup of this room, first of all, let's look at just what's on the bed. So you've got your slippers, you've got whatever literature is relevant to your cruise, and you'll always come in to find your MSC towels that you can then take to the pool or you can take ashore with you. Now, on the bed, you've got your pillows, and this little ticket here is essentially saying that you've got soft and hard pillows in the cabin, or you can ask at guest services or ask your cabin attendant to bring like the full pillow menu if you're that way inclined. Now, moving over to look at the lights then, so you've got the sort of more modern spotlight on the left hand side, and then the kind of bigger patch light attached to the wall with the on-off switches here. Now, one thing that everybody overlooks is that little symbol in the bottom right, which is the USB charging point. Now, I did 2 cruises on this ship before realising that there was a USB point under there, so I'll show you the same at the other side as well, but just remember that, yeah, the criticism that I gave this ship was that I couldn't charge my phone beside my bed because there's not a plug point, but it turns out if you've got a USB charger, which most people do, you're absolutely fine. Now, spinning round and looking at the other side of this room, now this is quite a long room considering it's in an inside position, and first off we'll look at what's on the table here. So you've got 2 different types of plug points. You've got your US and you've also got your European, and you've also got USB chargers on the desk area as well. Now, moving over to look at the left hand side, you've got your tea and coffee facilities. So if you're on a cruise departing the UK, you will usually find that you've got a kettle and you've got tea and coffee, so you can always request that if you're not departing the UK. Now, this device here is your Zoe speaker. Essentially, it's a Bluetooth speaker. Sound quality is pretty good. It's great for if you're just getting ready in the room and you're chilling and you want to put some music on. Actually, really good quality in comparison to your phone. Now, one design feature that I really like is this sort of ice bucket and glass holder that's up here, purely because it gets the glasses up off the desk and prevents anything getting wet or condensation forming down below. Now, over here you've got pretty big actually flat screen TV, and on there you can watch actual live TV, or you can watch films or TV shows that have been preloaded. Storage wise, you've got a double wardrobe here with storage on top, the full length on the left, and on the right hand side you've got what, maybe half length we'd call that, with some drawers at the bottom underneath your safe. Now, the safe is free of charge on here, so you don't need to put a deposit in, you don't need to speak to anyone about that. You just have to do the usual kind of pick 4 numbers and reset, and you're good to go. Now, moving to look underneath the desk then, you've got these 2 pieces of furniture here. The one at the very bottom is a stool, and then you've got a little table should you require it. And on the left hand side you've got your minibar. Now my advice to everyone looking at the minibar is this, unless you're in Yacht Club, which is the suite only part of the ship, this isn't included. So even if you're on a drinks package, just remember that your minibar is still chargeable. I meet so many people who go on thinking they've got all-inclusive drinks, they completely drain the minibar and then get surprised at the fact that there's a charge at the end of the week. So yeah, just make sure that you know what you're doing if you are drinking anything from in there. Now, spinning all the way around, you've got your full-length mirror, which is heading back towards the door, and then beside your mirror, you've got actually what I think is a really, really useful touch in this cabin, which is these 3 hooks on the wall. Now, I always take magnetic hooks onto a ship with me, but I actually don't need to on Virtuosa because I can hang things on there. Air conditioning is one of them that, on the inside, it's pretty much always on. It's one of them, you know, go down to make it cooler or go up to make it warmer, and all of that air comes out the vent at the top there. Underneath that, you've got your make up my room or your do not disturb, and when you flick each one of them, a little light appears outside the room. Under that, you've then got your keycard holder, which if you remove your keycard from there, obviously the power will then go out in the cabin. Now, I did want to show you there's a couple of different lighting setups here. I meet quite a lot of people who sometimes think that an inside cabin would be quite difficult because there's no it's all artificial light, there's no real light, but I really didn't struggle here because there was enough settings. Anyway, moving into the bathroom. This has always been my favourite part of an MSC inside cabin. I think the bathrooms on these ships, they do feel really premium, and actually having cruised in Virtuosa balconies before, the bathroom is exactly the same as what you would have if you were cruising in a more premium room. Now in here you've got a detachable shower, you've got a clothesline at the top, and one of the really nice touches with MSC is that you get the MSC For Me, I think it's called, or I think maybe just Med by MSC. It's essentially the fragranced shower gel and shampoo that is designed specifically for the MSC ships. So that actually is really good quality, and whenever I'm on one of these ships, I don't take my own toiletries, so yeah, really good. Now that knock that you saw there was to reinforce the fact that there is not a shower curtain here, so that to me is probably the biggest thumbs up that I could give to a cruise line for not putting shower curtains in the bathroom. Now the sink in these bathrooms it's a bit of a strange shape actually. I think it probably makes it just look bigger than it actually is. But this bathroom, as you can hopefully see, it's so easy to keep clean, it's so easy to hide your stuff. They've even got all this hidden cupboard storage underneath the sink. I think it's probably one of my favourite cruise line bathrooms, considering it's not large, it's not fancy, but it's just so functional. Now over here you've got this mirror that if you want to get, I guess, up close and personal, you can have a look at that one. And then you've also got more towels hanging opposite the shower. And that's it, that's a full overview of what is a deluxe interior cabin on MSC Virtuosa. So hopefully you found this useful. If you have, please remember to give me a thumbs up on the video, and then if you would think about subscribing to the channel as well, that would be great. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and catch up soon. Thanks guys.